your CitrusTV Sports Report.
You know, in sports, sometimes it's just so good to have someone where you just say, we're going to give you the ball, you just take over and dominate. And for Syracuse men's lacrosse this season, they have found that guy. Good evening and welcome into sports. I'm Tyler Melita. Although through 8 games, the Orange are just 4-4, they may have turned somewhat of a corner as they have won their last 2. The MVP for Gary Gates' squad this season, well, it's been that guy right behind me, Tucker Dordevic. Dordevic was originally slated to be the Robin to sophomore Owen Hiltz' Batman, but after an injury left Hiltz out and for the start of the season, Dordevic has taken over. Through 8 games this season, Dordevic has notched 31 goals on 93 shots, as you see on your screen, with 11 assists to go along with it. He ranks 3rd in the nation in goals per game with just under 4, just decimal points behind the 2 players tied for first. Comparing that to last season, the then redshirt sophomore had 14 goals on 42 shots with 5 assists through 8 games. Dordevic finds himself on the Tewaaraton watch list for the nation's best player and was recently named ACC Player of the Week for the 2nd consecutive week and says he's just trying to have as much fun as possible.
Trying to have fun and enjoy as much as I can with the guys on this team. It's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun, and I know how much firepower we do have and what we can do going forward. And I'm just trying to soak up every moment and you know, help as much as I can.
Now, although he is a 5th-year player for Syracuse, he is only a redshirt junior due to COVID-19 and injury, so he's got some time before he leaves SU. But many have said he might be gaining the attention of professional lacrosse teams, something that some of his former teammates like Stephen Rafis have done in recent seasons. The transition from college lacrosse to the pros isn't always the easiest, though. I caught up with the former Orange star to talk about that transition and how he was able to have success in his rookie season.
If you didn't know, lacrosse is kind of a big deal here in Central New York, specifically Syracuse lacrosse. But what happens after a player leaves SU? A very fortunate few go on to play professionally. That includes Stephen Rafis, who made the transition from college to the pros just this past summer and found himself ahead of the game entering his first training camp coming out of college.
I think coming from college, you're at such an advantage, even though you're a rookie and you're new and you're the youngest. So that stuff can be hard, but you're at such an advantage because you just played a whole season. You've been practicing, you've been getting live reps.
It was not all peaches and cream for the Cannons Lacrosse Club attackmen. There were some things that the rookie had to adjust to now that he was in the pros.
One thing that was definitely super challenging and something I didn't realize is just how physical it is. College is obviously physical, but the PLL is just a whole different level of physicality.
Being able to adapt and grow is extremely important in a sport like lacrosse, and Rafis is no exception, as his rookie year has now come to a close.
Being able to play different positions and being able to kind of just like have your head coach be like, hey, need you to be here, like, and just being able to do it type of thing, like not limiting yourself into one box, I think definitely really helped me and is why I was able to play midfield. So I think just being open-minded and really just having a skill set that allows you to kind of do different things.
Now, guys, Rafis' play this season actually earned him a contract extension with the Cannons Lacrosse Club through the 2024 season. And one quick note before we go. Syracuse women's lacrosse currently in action inside the dome against number 6 Loyola. That game is tied 1-1, at least it was for a little bit. I don't know if it still is at the end of the first quarter.
So you got a lot of that professional lacrosse talk. The PLL just signed a deal with ESPN.
Yeah, Chile, this is massive news for the game of lacrosse. It's certainly growing from where it was even 5 years ago. So to have this deal with ESPN for the next 4 or 5 years, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, this is a massive deal for all of lacrosse.
That visibility too on what is one of the
worldwide leader.
Exactly.
Tyler Melito, thank you. When we come back, one last look at your weather. Stay with us.